My name is Christopher Douglas Matheson. I am 34 years of age. I was born in 1986 and I'm a brickie's labourer at the moment. So I basically work for a long-time friend and his name's Nathan Barrett. I work for Power Trail Brickworks and I've been working for him for the past couple of years, and yeah, they're a good company and that. My mate, he's looked after me, and that's why I got a lot of time and a lot of respect for him and that, and yeah.
So you say you're a labourer. How long have you been a labourer?
So, well, I'm 34 now. I think I've been a labourer pretty much my whole working life. Just maybe different names to it. So it might be demolition labourer, which is, you know, you're just pulling down stuff. Now I'm a brickies labourer where I'm building stuff. Just general sort of labourer, just for trade assistant, you know. That's probably the classy name for it, trade assistant. But yeah, I'm a labourer, you know.
What do you do on a building site?
My main job is to make sure that the bricklayers obviously lay bricks. Look, my job first thing in the morning is to unpack the truck, mixers on straight away, and cement started, which is 10 shovels of sand, you have 2 buckets of water first, get your 10 shovels of sand, and put your bag of cement in there, and then you put another 10 shovels of sand. But you've obviously got to watch it, because if you put too much sand in, there's no water in there, the mix dries out and you end up with a big bowl of... You learn it, you learn to do it quick and that, you know. So look, I'll tell you honestly, it's as soon as 7 o'clock hits and we're unloading the truck, it is all full steam ahead. There is no holding back, nothing. There's no going to work and having cups of tea and stuff like that. It's 7 o'clock, it's on, and we work hard till lunch and then have half an hour break and then back into it till we finish.
Chris, you told me about a couple of interesting things that you do, and then they kind of stood out for me, and maybe you can give me the language to describe it. But one was where you're making bricks and it's really difficult on your hands. Oh. And the other one was tossing bricks up several stories to someone. Yeah. So can you take me first through that making bricks process?
The making bricks is actually cutting bricks, because when you cut the brick, obviously you get a lot of dust off it. So they have this, it's like a little button, right? So you push this little button and water comes out, and you can sort of control the pressure of the water. But because these brick machines they're thrashed, you know, every day they're getting used, right? People don't really look after them like they should be, but they're still working that, obviously. But so you push this button and that much pressure comes out of it sometimes. Like, you've got the pressure coming out, you can't really control it, and it's freezing cold. So imagine, you know, you go through the first 5 or 6 bricks, it's not too bad. After 10, you're freezing. And then, like I said to you, it gets that cold because your hands, like, are that cold. It feels like little needles or nails, like, being embedded into your skin, especially after about 50 bricks, you know what I mean? Like, and then, you know, sometimes you get days where you do the 50 bricks and they'll turn around and say, oh, wait, Chris, I've given you the wrong size. No, you've got to, you know, and then I've got to cut another 50 more. And that's usually just the first start of the morning, you know what I mean? Like, why I'm doing that, I'm getting yelled at to get mud, and, you know what I mean? It's pretty chaotic, you know.
So how do you handle that brick cutting stuff when your hands are freezing and you're feeling the needles? Well, how do you handle it, Chris?
Look, I tell you honestly, it hurts, and the boss would be watching too, you know what I mean? Like, I'll pull away and go, you know, like, and shake my hands, because you have to sort of shake it out a bit, you know. You know, your hands are freezing, you got pins and needles, like, you know, you just want to die, basically. But you just kick on and just, no, I've got to do it, get through it. And once you get through it, it's actually not too bad. I don't necessarily build a house. I can lay bricks and stuff like that, and I have laid bricks before, the boys have taught me, and, you know, but, like, basically being a part of it, because I'm running all that mud out. So I'm there from start to finish to this house. So you watch a house go from a slab to a house. You know, for work, it's actually pretty rewarding and satisfactory, you know. So, yeah.
Tell me about the bricks you have to throw up several floors.
All right, so look, every brick you get, usually, I think a brick is between 2 and 4 kilo, right? So depending on what kind of brick it is, whether they've got holes in them, because you can get full bricks. You can get, like, and the full bricks, like, some of them, I forget what they're called, I think they're dry pressed. So these dry pressed bricks, they're not light. I think they're about 3.5 straight off the bat. But if you get them wet, they double in weight, because they just absorb the water. You know what I mean? Because some companies, you might be blessed, they might have a brick lift, which is you can place a brick on and it'll take it up singly, or they might take a whole 6-pack of bricks. So, like I said to you before, if you've got to get them up, the only way to get them up is to toss them, you know. Look, if you've got to get 300 bricks up, the least amount of throwing you want to do, or the furthest amount of distance, is probably the best, you know. So if we were going 3 levels, I'd have him on the first level, and I go right, bang, bang, bang. But I do 10 one hand on the right, 10 on the left. You know what I mean? I don't just, because you're just going to burn out if you do it all in one. But yes, basically to answer your question, it's just going to be tossed up, and it's level by level. However long it takes. You know what I mean? But it gets done. You know.
So what's the best part of the job for you?
The money at the end of the week, you know. That's look, I tell you, basically, like, I know some people live to work. I work to live, you know. And look, this is only something that's come new to me too, Nadia. Like, I've told you I've had a pretty, hard upbringing and that, you know. I won't sit here and play the, poor me, rah rah. But like, the whole work thing and the whole work ethic has basically only come in the past, say, 4 years or so. I've worked in the past and I've had jobs for certain amounts of times, but it was never something that was installed into me, like a work ethic, you know. It's due to my current partner now, Cherie, which you know, and, she's a massive drive with helping me. I'm up at 4 a.m. to walk the dog and do what I need to do, get ready and stuff like that. Then I'm off at 5, train out to Mortdale, depending on where I'm going. So usually I'll go to Mortdale, and then my mate he picks me up there because he lives down the road from the station. We drive to the job, you know, and usually the job, depending on where it is usually a good hour and a bit from there. So I'm doing at least 4.5 hours travel a day, you know. But with that, I get paid not too bad. So yeah, the money's that's the massive drive behind it. The money, that's the one thing.